ERC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
You've clicked on the Weather Xtreme video. I'm ABC 3340 meteorologist Brian Peters with you for this Saturday, March the 22nd edition. And let's get right to some sky cams. Ooh, look at this cool shot from our Clanton sky cam. Kind of interesting with some high clouds there this morning across the Clanton sky. And what about a look at Lake Katoma in Coleman County? And wow, what a change we've seen over the last few weeks. And here's a river shot. This is Selma looking along the Alabama River. The bridge is off to the right here. Surface pattern, we do have an interesting day today. It's going to start off rather mild, but we do have a cold front that will be moving through central Alabama during the day today. You probably won't notice much in the way of changes for temperature-wise, but you will notice a wind shift, and the wind will come around to the northwest and may pick up to 10 to 18 miles an hour. At 500 millibars, we're generally in a rather flat pattern, but we're developing a trough on the eastern half of the country, and that trough will bring us some colder weather. Now, this morning, temperatures are relatively mild. Very little really cold air to find, and especially across the southeastern U.S., temperatures generally in the 40s for the most part. A little closer look, and you can see that actually Birmingham was reporting 54 this morning. And generally temperatures in the 40s, a little bit cooler to the northeast where I notice Fort Payne is 37. The watch warning map certainly is less complicated this morning than it has been for the last several weeks, it seems like. And certainly no severe weather forecast for the next several days. As a matter of fact, very little weather forecast for the next several days. And as far as QPF-wise, it looks like with the exception of the Ohio River Valley and a little bit of the northern Mississippi River Valley and the northwestern United States, the southeast is going to stay dry as we look at the 5-day QPF forecast. All right, here's the 06Z GFS model run, and here's the map for Sunday. The trough on the eastern half of the country is sharpening up. And with that sharpening, of course, we're going to see some colder air pulling down into the southeastern U.S. And I reference here the 540 line all the way down to about Birmingham by midday, around 1 o'clock on Sunday or Easter Sunday. By Monday, of course, it is even a little bit chillier. I think Monday morning could be our coldest, although Tuesday, it's going to be close, but I believe Monday morning will be our coldest morning of this particular chilly spell. But by Tuesday, the surface high has moved over into the southwestern Atlantic, and as it does, we're going to see some modification and warming to the atmosphere. At midweek, Wednesday, there is a possibility we may see a little bit of something Wednesday evening with that trough that's up over the eastern Great Lakes, but it looks to me like the influence over the southeastern U.S. and central Alabama will be that we'll just see clouds. I can't rule out the isolated shower, but I hate to put in 20% chance kind of thing, so I'm just going to say no rain for Wednesday evening. And at the surface, you can see that the high is off to the east, and as a result, we are getting some return flow, especially into Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. On Thursday, that surface high is still there, but most of the precipitation is well north of Alabama. And it stays that way as we head into Friday, the 28th, as March is beginning to close out. Mostly a pretty zonal flow across the southern tier of the United States by Saturday as we look at the 500 millibar pattern here. But the active pattern is now shifted a little bit further north. And so the active pattern is running along the northern tier of the United States. And that will end up resulting in cold front dragging down into our area. But there isn't going to be a big push. And the result is for Saturday, we might see a chance for some rain. But it looks like the next really big one for in terms of precipitation chances is actually going to come a little bit later. All right, speaking of Voodoo Land, I didn't say that, but let's go to Voodoo Land. This is April 1st, and this is no joke. This is the next big push. But once again, because the flow is somewhat zonal across the southern tier of the United States, we're not seeing a big push of that rain getting down in here. Now, on the 4th of April, we do have a pretty strong-looking trough moving through the flow here, and that translates into not a very organized system, but probably the next really good chance that we might see some rain. But remember, this is voodoo out here. Well, we appreciate you tuning in. I'll be filling in for Ashley this weekend, so be sure to catch ABC 3340 for the news and weather Saturday evening and again Sunday evening. And coming up Monday, I'll be doing a spotter training at St. Clair County at the Jeff State campus over there, Pell City campus. So 6:30 p.m. So if you can get by, if you have an interest in severe weather, we'd love to see you. Certainly hope that you have a great Easter weekend, and God bless.
Weather.